Like, why are you guys making it harder? There's an argument there over systemic barriers and like an argument too, were those choices that she made really hers? Or was she forced in the space to make those decisions because of the systems in place? It's a whole vicious cycle. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Welcome to Mapping Out the Music with your hosts, Rye Daisies
and Care Bear,
a podcast dedicated to exploring the cultural impact, overarching feminist themes, and of course, the artists who created the music for Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair was a traveling music festival founded by musician Sarah McLachlan. It was active from 1997 to 1999 and also included a revival tour in 2010.
For this episode, we will be discussing the Lilith Fair tour of 1997, which included 69 solo female artists and women-fronted bands across 39 shows that spanned the United States and Canada.
Lilith Fair had a deep influence on both of us as children. Our love for this festival, along with feminism and inclusion in music as a whole, led us to create this podcast, where we hope to uplift the voices of women in music.
As a companion to each episode, we created a playlist for you to follow along with on your favorite streaming platforms. You can find the links in our show notes. Due to licensing restraints, we're unable to preview with you in real time, but we hope that you'll go check out our playlist and support the artists.
As with all internet deep dives, our information is only as accurate as we can uncover. If you have any supported information to contrary, please let us know.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Episode 3.
Woo!
So for this episode, we will be discussing our playlist entitled Lilith Fair 1997 Part 3.
Woo! So let's start out strong. Number 1, we've got the Cardigans with Erase and Rewind. The Cardigans are a Swedish rock band formed in 1992. Their 1994 debut album, Emeraldale, gained them a solid base in their home country and some success in Japan. But their second album, Life, secured their international reputation in 1995. Their popularity rose when their single, Love Fool, was included in the soundtrack to the 96 film Romeo and Juliet.
That was a really good soundtrack.
Really good. Good movie, too.
Yeah.
Their latest album is titled Super Extra Gravity and was released in 2005. After their 2006 tour, the band took a 5-year break from musical activities, reuniting in 2012.
So this song, I put the song on here. This is another one I put on because it's my favorite song of theirs.
Oh, really?
Some of the songs I tried to like keep a song from that era, that like, you know, 97 era of them. But sometimes I also put just
the
songs of art. Yeah, the ones that I like. Yep, this is my favorite. Oh, the song always reminds me of, can you guess what movie?
I'm going to guess something like Foxfire or...
Come on, it's like the slow dance scene in this movie at the very end. Never Been Kissed.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that movie in such a long time.
That movie did not age well.
It did not age well. I probably haven't watched it in 15 years.
I just actually watched it not that long ago, and it did not age well. Because like the whole premise is this teacher is like
falls
has a
for
crush on his student, but
doesn't know she's an adult yet.
Doesn't know she's an adult. Yeah.
Oof.
Cringe.
Yeah. Oof.
But this song was on that. And yeah, it always makes me think of that movie.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was nice to hear a Cardigan song that wasn't Love Fool.
I agree. That's also kind of why I put
this one on here.
Yeah. Some also I put on the playlist because it was like the artist's most popular song.
Right.
maybe an artist that I'd never heard of
from
before. Like, well, let's just see what their most popular song is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is one of my faves of them. It's definitely on my sexy time playlist.
Good choice. Good choice. Moving on.
Next up is Davina. The song is Come Over to My Place.
Ooh.
Davina is an American R&B singer and musician from Detroit, Michigan.
Woo!
Love that. Michigan girl. She ran her own dance music label record and worked as a recording engineer before signing with Loud Records. Davina released 8 singles between 1984 and 1997 before her first album, Best of Both Worlds, released in 1998. Her 1997 single, So Good, became the theme song for the film Hoodlum. Her most recent single, Sweet Thing, in 2017.
Nice.
I remembered this song.
Did you?
From
I
back in the
did
day.
not remember this song from back in the day.
My sister listened to a lot of R&B music.
I do remember that.
So I remembered this one very, like, as soon as it started, I was like, wait a minute. And when she got that hook, like,
Yeah.
come over to my place. Yeah. I was like, I remember this.
Great song. Talk about your lovemaking playlist. Like, this was sultry. This song. Oof. Thank you, Detroit.
Yeah, really. What I wrote in my notes actually makes more sense now after reading the info about her, is that she produced the song herself.
Oh,
Which makes sense if she was running her own record label at the time.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Good for her. We love
Yeah.
to love a female producer.
Absolutely. And when I was deep diving on her, there wasn't a lot of album releases, but there was a lot of single releases throughout those years between 84 and 97. Single after single after single after single. And I'm like, get it.
Hell yeah. And you know what? Being a female producer in the 90s and in the R&B scene too, that's a big deal.
A huge deal.
She definitely knocked some doors down.
Absolutely.
For some other people.
Mid-80s.
Right.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right.
R&B. Absolutely.
Right. She definitely knocked the door down for some other ladies to come in and do their thing in the mid-90s for sure. If she was running her own damn label in frickin' 84.
Yeah. Love that.
So next up on the list,
we have the song called Charm by Wild Colonials. Wild Colonials is an American alternative rock band formed in Los Angeles, California in 1992 by vocalist Angela McCluskey, Shark, Paul Cantillon, Scott Rowe, and Ian Bernard. After 1993, members included Thaddeus Correa, Jason Payne, and Skip Ward. Their music has appeared in over 30 different films, such as Disney's Mr. Wrong, indie sensation Flirting with Disaster, and Sundance Film Festival hit Dead Man's Curve.
Okay.
They have released 3 albums, 1 EP in 2007 titled Life as We Know It. They are currently working on a part 2 to that EP. So Life as You Know It Part 2 due to drop sometime this year, 2025.
Oh,
So super excited to hear that.
I liked them.
I really liked the song too. It was really edgy, really rocky, and is that violins that's going? What is that string that's in there?
Maybe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Their album art was ridiculous. Did you see the album art?
Not deeply.
It was the carrot people. It was ridiculous. And it made me laugh.
I love that.
It made me laugh. I have heard the song before. My favorite line of it is when she says, "I'm freezing to death in the warmth of your arms. I'm wasting my charms."
Ooh. Hit you in the gut.
Hit you in the boob.
little boob punch.
That's a boob punch right there, because
Pow.
man, relatable.
Oh, love that. Good song.
Good frickin' song.
Moving right along.
Okay, so the next song is Supermodel by Jill Sobule. Jill Sobule, an American singer-songwriter best known for the 1995 single I Kissed a Girl and Supermodel from the soundtrack of the 95 film Clueless. Absolute classic.
Classic.
Jill released 8 studio albums of her own original songs, 4 EPs, and the Greatest Hits compilation album. In 2009, she released California Years, an album funded entirely by fan donations, making her an early pioneer of crowdfunding. Sadly, she passed away in a house fire in Woodbury, Minnesota on the morning of May 1st, 2025 at the age of 66.
That broke my heart.
I saw the news when it happened, like when it had first happened. And it really fucked me up because the last time she came to Michigan, I was like, oh, I really want to go see her, but I was broke. I didn't really have any money. I couldn't go.
Yeah.
And she had some dates scheduled coming up that she was going to come back to Michigan. She was going to be at the Arc.
Oh, I love the
And I'm
Arc.
like, oh, I'm going to go.
We're
I gotta buy.
going,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then she freaking died. It made me cry when I found out. I had her record back in the day, the one with both of those songs on it. And as a kid who was different,
Yeah.
that song, I Kissed a Girl, that's the name of it, right?
Yep.
It's so confusing because isn't that the name of
The Katy Perry
Yeah.
song.
Two
Yeah.
totally different songs.
Way different.
But that song, like, I don't know, it's so silly and like irreverent, but it's still a really powerful song. It was important.
Absolutely.
It was an important song at the time.
Yeah, 1995. Yeah.
Right. And what a good way to talk about a subject that many viewed as like, I don't know, sensitive or whatever.
Right.
To come at it with humor, with irreverence about the situation. I don't know. Just I thought that she did it really well. It spoke to me as a kid.
Yeah.
That was a record that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That made me really sad.
It made me really sad too.
Poor girl.
Yeah. It's hard to not think of, like, anytime you think of the movie Clueless, like, that song immediately comes to your brain.
Right.
Immediately. What an icon.
That. She is definitely was an icon. And especially in the Lilith core.
Yeah.
Like, you know, list of artists.
Yep.
She is one that always stood out. She was doing her own thing. Her music was very silly, but also like touching very serious subject matter. Like Supermodel is obviously tongue in cheek.
Totally.
But in a way, she's also talking about eating disorders.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Talking about, you know, the trappings of popularity and that being like what you're striving for and stuff. And again, it's done in this like funny way.
Like, I don't care, but I care.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, like a very encompassing theme of the mid 90s. Like, care about many things, but pretend like you don't care.
Right. Okay. Next up,
we have She Cries Your Name by Beth Orton. Beth Orton is an English musician known for her mix of electronica and folk sounds. She was initially recognized for her collaborations with William Orbit, Andrew Weatherall, and Red Snapper, and the Chemical Brothers in the mid-90s.
Oh, whoa.
Her UK-US first solo album, Trailer Park, received much critical acclaim in 1996. Orton lived with Buddhist nuns for a short period of time after her mother passed away from cancer when Beth was 19.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting fact. It gives a layer.
It gives a layer to like her voice.
Yes,
even.
I thought so too.
Okay.
After she returned to London after that year, though, she owned her own catering company before becoming a musician. She's released 8 studio albums between 1993 and 2022 and has appeared in some films and television shows like Southlander, Light Years, and an episode of Charmed.
Ooh, Charmed. I love Charmed.
Season 5, episode 14, if you're interested.
I remember her being in Charmed. Beth Orton is one that I knew of. I had her CD as a kid.
Oh, I love that.
Loved. Gosh, what CD was it that I had? I think I wrote it down. Central Reservation was the name of the CD of hers that I had back in the day.
Ooh. I really loved this song. The intro to it I thought was really, really unique. That like distorted siren-y sound, but I think it's actually strings of some kind. Like nailed it. Nailed it.
That's what I wrote in my notes too. I wrote gorgeous string work, and the string work mixed with that very like driving, moving drum part that like
loved
kept the vibe kind of going the whole time while the strings were just kind of
loved it.
Yeah, that was I really liked the arrangement on that.
Loved it.
Alrighty, next up, song number 6 is Fire Engine Red by September 67. September 67 is a collaboration of Shannon Worrell and Kristen Asbury. The duo previously worked with Lauren Hoffman as a trio group initially called Monsoon, but Hoffman decided to go her own way and left the band, and so September 67 was born. They signed to the Enclave, an indie rock label affiliated with EMI, and released Lucky Shoe at the end of 1996. During the Lilith Fair tour, they recorded a live song called Steve Malkmus is a Fucking Snob. Who is Steve Malkmus?
I don't know, but apparently he is a fucking snob.
Which appeared as a non-album track on the EP, What's Wrong with Alice.
We'll have to check that out.
The song earned the band some controversy and a mention in Rolling Stone. When the Enclave was acquired by Virgin Records, the contract was not picked up and the band decided to go their separate ways.
Probably because of that thing in Rolling Stone. Whatever it may have been.
Well, and yet again, here we are with a record label, literally. So they're selling, they're merging. EMI's merging with Virgin Records.
Yep.
Virgin Records has the option to buy whatever masters and artists that they own.
Yep.
Because they own them.
Yep.
And they're the final decision. A label that didn't sign you.
Yep.
Has zero vested interest in you.
Yep. Has the ultimate say on what happens with you.
They don't give a fuck about you.
They don't give a fuck about you.
So that's a bummer.
This one was kind of a bummer for me. Like in a heartbreaking band artist against the label scenario. Like this is a great song. This song, like listening to this song, this is your underdog song.
Yeah.
Like this is such a good jam. And like Shannon Worrell has done a lot of projects. In fact, when I looked up September 67, all I found was information about Shannon Worrell.
I had problem finding music from them in the first place.
Because there's not much.
Right.
They only released what looks like Lucky Shoe and maybe this EP.
Right.
A couple of other small things. So I made it a point to make sure that we were talking about the band September 67, which included Kristen Asbury, instead of just the things that Shannon Worrell has done. Because Shannon Worrell has done things since.
Right.
Dissolving out. But Kristen Asbury has kind of disappeared.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's sad.
It is sad.
I felt like the song, now hear me out. I felt like the song would fit into the Tank Girl universe.
Okay, I can hear that argument.
Like after a long battle with Water and Power,
Yeah.
and Tank Girl and Jet Girl come back to the cave and they're just chilling,
Yeah.
winding down, and fucking Fire Engine Red by September 67 is playing.
Jamming. I could totally see that.
I don't know why. It just gave me that vibe. Sometimes I hear music and I think thoughts like that, like, oh, that would be good for this movie or this show, and that was definitely one of those moments.
I definitely thought this song belonged in some type of TV or some type of film. Like, it belonged somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and obviously they had people behind them. They were signed to EMI. That's a pretty big label.
Yeah.
I mean, the Enclave, but that's affiliated with EMI.
Yep.
So, everybody's going to have their say.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next song.
I Feel Lucky by Mary Chapin Carpenter. Mary Chapin Carpenter is an American country folk singer-songwriter. Carpenter spent several years singing in Washington, D.C. clubs before signing in the late 1980s with Columbia Records. Carpenter's most successful album in 1992, Come On, Come On, which accounted for 7 singles and was certified quadruple platinum.
Holy shit, Mom.
Yes.
Damn.
Which was pretty big because her first album did not do well commercially at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Carpenter has won 5 Grammy Awards from 18 nominations, including 4 consecutive wins in the category of Best Female Country Vocal Performance between 1992 and 1995.
Damn, what a run.
Queen.
That is wild. It is so hard. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It is so hard to even clinch a nomination.
Yeah, so 18.
18.
Man.
And then you win Best Country Vocal Performance
5 years in a row.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Her musical style takes influence from contemporary country and folk, with many of her songs including feminist themes. Her newest album, Personal History, dropped June 6th, 2025.
Which is a beautiful record.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Queen energy, always. I have always loved Mary Chapin Carpenter. She was a staple in my household growing up.
That's so cute.
All of these albums. Come On, Come On, the Essential album. I can remember waking up, I don't know how many Sunday mornings, Saturday mornings, and just hearing her blaring through the speakers in my house.
Aww.
Full blast, cleaning the
chills.
house, just jamming. And everybody in my house liked her. My mom loved her. My dad loved her. My sister loved her. We all loved Mary
Which
Chapin
is,
Carpenter.
again, a rare thing when you
Very
can get all
rare.
the family around one artist.
Literally.
That is so cute. This song, to me, I wrote down, is so silly and joyful, much like her concert. Because
would agree.
We just went and saw her in concert, a few weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah, at most.
And that was like the vibe that I got at her show is she just seems super laid back, super cool, very country girl vibes.
Yep.
But she seemed silly and she seemed joyful.
Yeah.
And that, to me, as somebody who I've never listened to her music before. We went to that concert because she is one of your fave artists.
Yes.
But for me, not really knowing her, I really enjoyed that show because it was so laid back and
it was
chill.
very laid back, very chill, very rock your socks off.
Rock your socks off. I'm here to sing for you.
Let's have a good time.
It was
Let's
giving
laugh
Who
about
and Annie
some. It was
vibes.
Who and Annie.
It was
the
giving Who and Annie.
storytelling in the
Yes.
middle of the. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop playing right now. I'm gonna tell you all a story.
Right.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. She's got a really good stage presence.
I would 100% agree with that. She kept me super interested the whole time that we were there.
Absolutely. Played every song I wanted to hear.
Oh, I love when that happens at a show.
Every song I wanted to hear.
Oh, that's my favorite.
And like a 3-song encore too. I was really impressed.
I know. I had to pee so bad.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I didn't last. I had to leave to pee, but then I came back and was like dancing with everybody in the
back. Hallway.
In the back of the last songs.
Yeah, because like I mean, everybody in the house was on their feet.
Everybody was on their feet. Everybody was dancing through that freaking encore.
Love it.
Yeah, that was adorable.
Love it. And moving on.
Next up is I Want to Be a Witch by Kim Fox. Kim Fox is an American singer-songwriter and keyboardist based in New York City. Her debut album, Moon Hut, was released on September 9th, 1997 on DreamWorks Records. The first single from the album was I Want to Be a Witch, which was released to adult album alternative radio in late August 1997. The album received positive reviews from critics, but was commercially unsuccessful, which prompted Fox to back out of her contract with DreamWorks. She moved to Los Angeles in 1998 and released her second album, Return to Planet Earth, in 2003 through Franklin Castle Recordings. Since 2005, she has worked as a professional photographer.
Yeah.
During the late 2010s, Fox began working on new music and is planning to release a third solo album.
Gotta keep an eye out for that too.
Yes, and a tour too if she goes on tour for that.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Let's hope. Because that would be really cool.
That would be cute.
Oh, that would be cool. Really loved the song though. Thought it was super cute. Also, who doesn't want to be a witch?
Who doesn't want to be a witch? Especially you're hearing this episode a couple weeks after we're recording it, but it is the day before Halloween right now. So yes,
we all want to be witches.
This song, it was like almost gave me like Broadway.
Yeah, I could see that. Yep.
It had like, I don't know, that like kind of Broadway-ish feel to it that kept me
like that Broadway ballady kind of vibe. What did I write in my notes? I really like this one. It's so catchy, but I'm biased as I'm a witch.
Truly.
But like, I do want to travel the world upon my broomstick. Like, come on.
Same, girl.
Let's go.
Same.
I'm with you, Kim.
Same.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this one had me dancing around and smiling.
Yeah, it's a bop.
This one reminded me just of like you and me as kids.
Oh,
like that was like the visuals that I was getting when I was listening to the song. Was like me and you, little kids,
frolicking around, in the grass,
wanting to be a witch.
With our little caboodles.
With the caboodle of candles and incense.
I love that.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. So it made me smile.
Oh, this one made me smile too. I liked it a lot.
Well, I'm glad we smiled for this one because the next one made me fucking ugly cry.
Oh, I bet it did. I'm so sorry. Next song is Not An Addict by K's Choice. K's Choice is a Belgian rock band from Antwerp formed in 1994. The band's core members are brothers Sam and Gert Bettens. In the early 1990s, Sam, who at the time was known as Sarah, and Gert Bettens played in a band called the Basement Plugs.
Oh, wait.
Yep, you heard that right.
Oh my gosh, because I was like, what the hell? Why isn't the chick's name on here? Good for him, we're assuming, right?
Yes, I'm assuming good for him.
So okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Sam was offered a recording contract during this time and formed a new band with his brother Gert in order to fulfill that contract under a new band name called The Choice. They recorded their debut album, The Great Subconscious Club, in 1994. While they were touring with the Indigo Girls, they discovered another identically named act and decided to change their name to K's Choice to avoid any legal troubles. The band has released 7 studio albums to date.
Damn.
I know.
Aww.
I know. But honestly, I had the exact same thought you did when I was first reading this. I'm like, wait a second. I thought we were talking about female-fronted bands.
Right. I mean, I guess unless her name was Samantha or something, but no.
But it says brothers.
Oh.
That was my first clue.
Good for him.
Yes. And good for whoever did this page, like the information on them for getting it Right.
Right. For not like misgendering or dead naming. Correct. Wow. Oh, that makes me like them even more.
I know.
Even though they made me bawl my eyes out like
this was a tough song.
Oh my God.
This was but a good song.
This song reminds me of my sister.
I could see that.
We lost my sister a couple of years ago. Gosh, like what, 3 years now?
Yeah, I think so.
To a heroin addiction. And she had been an addict for a long, long, long time. I mean, the majority of her life, she struggled with issues with drugs. And this was kind of always my song for my sister.
Okay. I knew I had heard this song before.
Yes.
And like in my notes, I'm like, I feel like this is a refind. Because I remembered as soon as they go into the like, I'm not an addict. I'm like, oh, I know this song. I know this song so hard.
I feel like they got a lot of play on the radio too back in the day. On like the adult contemporary and the alternative stations, you'd hear the song. Yep. Yeah, it's a brutal song.
It is.
It is so honest.
Yes.
And so, I don't want to say daring, but it's like
but for the time
they didn't hold anything back.
They didn't hold anything back.
Lyrically, the song is just I can't even think of another word besides brutal. Like, that's what I wrote in my note. This song is brutal, makes me bawl every time. And really also another thing about the song is that it wouldn't be the same without Sam's voice.
Agreed.
Something about that voice. There's pain.
There's honesty. There's a realness there.
Yes. Realness. There's something you can feel. You know, some people just sing and they sing their pain out. They sing. You can just tell, dude, damn, that person's been through some shit.
Yep.
And that's how I feel about this song. It wouldn't have done as well if it had any other vocalist.
I agree.
That vocalist did what the song needed to do.
Absolutely, they did. And they nailed it.
Yes, I will be glad to move on next week to the next playlist because, every time I've heard the song on my listens through of this playlist, I've just been a frickin' wreck. It's time to get out the map and take a stroll down memory lane.
Hello to Mapping Out the Music. My name is Owen Orzack. I was asked to talk about my experiences on the Lilith Fair tour, the first Lilith Fair tour. It was July of 1997. I was working as monitor engineer for Tracy Chapin. And she was on the tour 2 legs, from the beginning at the start of the tour and then sort of like West Coast and then East Coast. I was mixing monitors. The front of house engineer at the time was the late, great Harry Andronis, who I was very excited to be working with on that tour. It was a great tour. I was asked to comment on any sort of things regarding the tour. I'd worked for Tracy previously, and I, subsequently after Lilith Fair quite a bit. Definitely, I'm not supposed to have a favorite, I guess, but she was definitely my favorite performer to work with. The band that was on that tour, even by Tracy Chapman standards, was awesome. I mean, it was probably one of the best bands she had. The 2 guitar players that worked with her were Steve Hunter. His claim to fame, I guess, would be for years he was in Alice Cooper's band and played on Black Market Babies, $1 Billion Babies, excuse me. And then the other guitar player was Larry Campbell, who had played for years in Bob Dylan's band. And between those two, and then sort of the stalwarts in Tracy's camp were Denny Fungheiser on drums and Andy Stoller on bass. Those guys were, it was a smoking band, just really, really good. It was a challenging tour because Tracy did not, up until this point, she had never really done festivals very much. She's notorious for doing like very extended sound checks. And when we did our regular solo tours, we would do 2 to 3 hour sound checks every day. And as a monitor engineer, I would literally like zero out the board and kind of start again every show, every sound check. So it was very challenging, but also super rewarding. So that, the hardest part was putting together, a sort of package that she could be comfortable not doing a sound check and just going out and doing the show. And so we rehearsed quite a bit to get there, carried our own monitor package, and it did work. And the shows were stunning. They were really, really exciting to work on. I think the thing I would comment on is that, the talent that was involved in the backstage, in the production on that tour across the board was really, really impressive. And I met a ton of people on that tour, and I've worked with them subsequently over, the years. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. So it was pretty awesome. Just the PA crew, the PA was provided by Jason Sound Industries. They were from Vancouver. They were Sarah's, tour company for many years. Very well-regarded company. The guys that were out there, the crew, have gone on to many, many things. The crew chief was a guy named Tony Szabo, who's originally from Australia, but he was working for Lilith Fair. Currently, he works for L Acoustics over in Europe. Gord Reddy, the front of house SE. I worked with him subsequently. He's mixed many bands. Gary Stokes was Sarah's front of house guy. Dave Retson was the monitor engineer. Again, over the years, worked with them both quite a bit. Chris Russo, who was just the lowly PA tech. I did some fish shows with him, and he went on to work for Firehouse Productions for many, many years. And then, I met lots of other folks on the tour. The lighting director for Paula Cole was a guy named Jim Runge, and we became friends on that tour. And, he ended up being the tour manager for Black Keys, who I worked with as well. So it was a meeting of many people across the board. So other than that, it was just a super solid tour. Very excited to see everybody every night. The lineup was really good. Paula Cole, the shows that I was on had Fiona Apple. That was a great show. Really liked to watch that every night, I have to say. She was great. Saw Suzanne Vega for the first time. I really liked Suzanne Vega, so I got to see that. Jewel was, just her solo acoustic, and every night the crowd just went insane. So Tracy usually went on right after her, just before Sarah. And then Sarah, her show was just awesome, and it was wonderful to listen to every night. So definitely a fan of Sarah to this day. So I am trying to think of anything else really to comment on. Did enjoy it very much. It was a groundbreaking tour, and I was very proud to be associated, just in the periphery, as just a monitor person on the tour. So yeah, that was, that's all I can really say. And I really appreciate the opportunity to contribute, and please enjoy Mapping Out the Music. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, next up we have Wolf Boy by O Susanna or Suzie Ungerleider, which I will discuss more when I read her notes. I had a really hard time finding her music because I was looking for O Susanna, and that is not where her music is under anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, this one was a bit of a struggle to track down, but once I did, it made all the sense in the world.
Okay.
So when Suzie Ungerleider set out to become a singer, it seemed natural to her to choose a stage name. Ungerleider chose to name herself after an old folk song, O Susanna, which was published in 1848 by Stephen Foster. She liked that it evoked an American balladry that she wanted to have in her own music. What she didn't realize was that the song is deeply rooted in racism. The original lyrics were written in a racist dialect invented by Foster and performed by singers in blackface during minstrel shows. Yikes. Ungerleider's perspective was changed after the murder of George Floyd by a police officer in May of 2020. The injustice of his death brought Black Lives Matter protesters all around the world to the streets for months. The singer has gone back to her given name, Suzie Ungerleider, after more than 2 decades as Oh Susanna.
Oh, wow.
Her newest album is called Among the Evergreens and was released June of 2025.
Oh.
Which I did check some of it out, and it is really cute.
Ooh, new music. I love that. Also, like, kudos to Suzie for doing the hard thing.
Yeah.
And changing the name. There's been a couple I can think of. I know
The Chicks. Dixie
rechanged.
Chicks
Yep.
To the Chicks. And
I feel like about the same time frame.
Probably, yeah.
And that's really it's a difficult thing to do. It's an important thing to do though. Good job, Suzie.
Yeah, to, recognize. I was reading an interview with her about the name change. And she calls out her own privilege.
Well, that's big.
Of saying, like, I had the privilege to not really know where the fuck the song came from.
Yeah.
Or the, like, actual meaning of the song. Because of my privilege, I would just, oh, Susanna. Oh, my name's Susanna. That's
Small
great.
world, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, good on her.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was already crying from Kay's choice. But I also cried through the song too.
This was a cry song. This is a good one. I absolutely loved this song.
It reminded me of a certain ex in particular who shall go unnamed. But like the song is about like she's talking to this wolf boy and she's saying like maybe one day I'll be able to run in the pack with you, but like also you're kind of not a great guy. But either way, I'll always be praying for you on the full moon.
Yeah.
It hit me.
Yeah.
It got me in the feels.
What a good song.
I know.
Good job, Suzie.
Yeah, all around. We love you. And we're going to go download your album just because you're cool.
Absolutely. And you recognize your own privilege. That's pretty big.
Love that.
Woo. Okay, moving on. We have I Am, I Feel by Alisha's Attic. Sisters Karen and Shelley Poole grew up in England's Essex County loving music. With aspirations to join the world of pop, the sisters began writing quirky, playful music and dubbed themselves Alisha's Attic, a reference to a fictional character they had imagined that was one part Karen, one part Shelley. I love that. That's so cute. A homemade demo of their Prince meets Kate Bush music. Ooh. Prince meets Kate Bush. Oh, I love that.
I could see that as a reference.
Was sent to the Mercury label, and soon their dreams were becoming reality. Sessions with various producers were abandoned, but the talented duo marched on, writing and programming the foundation of their debut on their own.
Soleil.
Killing it. Alisha Rules the World, their first album, dropped in 1996. Promotional tours opening for INXS, a slot on the Lilith Fair tour in America, and the successful I Am, I Feel single brought the sisters 600,000 in sales in the UK and an instant loyal fan base in the US. That's awesome. The sisters decided to dissolve the band in the early 2000s and carry on with solo careers. Karen went on to be a songwriter, writing hits for Kylie Minogue, Sugar Babes, and the Shapeshifters.
Kylie Minogue is a big pull. That's
Big
sick.
pull. Shelley changed the spelling of her name to Shelley with a Y to mark the change and carried on as a solo act.
Aww.
That's really cool.
I like how we have a group of brothers and a group of
sisters. Me
yeah,
too.
That's
I
cute.
love that.
Love that. The song was so cute and poppy.
It was poppy.
This is another one that I remember.
Okay.
I don't know where the hell I would have heard it, what I heard it on. I definitely remembered the song.
Okay.
Because it was one that, like, as soon as it started playing and they got to the, like, kind of the chorus or the hook or whatever, I was singing with it. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I know this song.
I know you.
I love that. I thought the song was, like, giving that 90s, like, pretty pop sound, but with, like, kick your ass lyrics.
Yeah.
When she's like, I feel like I want to smash his face in. But in this, like, really pretty, like, I think I want to smash his face in. I love it.
This is another one that I would, like, put into the sub-genre. Like, if Lilith core is the main genre, the sub-genre I would put this song in is the girl power genre.
Yes.
I am here. I'm a badass. Hear me roar.
Period.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't
Punch him in the face.
Smash his face in.
Smash his face in.
Love that. Nailed it.
Okay, moving right along. The next song is Horo. I want to say it like a Mexican, but I know it's not that because it's Gaelic. And I don't know how they pronounce their R's.
I don't either.
Anyways, by Mary Jane Lamond. Mary Jane Lamond is a sharer of songs, stories, and spirit. This sharing has garnered her numerous Juno and East Coast Music Award nominations, critical acclaim, and a worldwide audience.
Wow.
Her desire to preserve Scottish Gaelic songs has taken her back to Scotland time and again to share the Nova Scotia tradition through performance and workshops, and her involvement in her community in Cape Breton is firmly rooted in the preservation of the Gaelic language.
That's so awesome.
Oh. Chills to my bones.
To the core.
I guess I never, that I know of, can think of offhand, have heard somebody sing in Gaelic like that either.
Not that I can place.
I mean, maybe like Enya or something, but like, again, not that I can totally place. So to like actually hear the song knowing that it's this language that I've never really heard before, it's beautiful. The language itself sounds beautiful being sung. When the bagpipes busted out, it literally like, and not even to be like dramatic, it touched my soul. Like I felt like a...
This song made me weep.
Really?
Made me weep. Yeah. Absolutely made me weep. And like I didn't look up the lyrics to translate. I don't like to do that at first, like when I'm first giving my notes. Like
That's fair.
I want to like a raw emotional feel of the song. This made me weep. And it makes a lot of sense to me, like her desire to preserve Gaelic music. Like Gaelic culture has been like, it's attempted to be erased.
Yeah, subverted.
Absolutely. The English crown was really big on trying to do that in the spaces that they colonized. So taking it back is crucial. It's beautiful. And I what I appreciate about not only this song, but like all of these playlists and going through all of this music. Lilith Fair, they always talk about how, you know, Lilith Fair was this platform for women in music and all of these wonderful things. And yes, it was. These playlists, I think, have been a great proof to that case. Like all of the culture that's in these playlists.
Right.
From every corner of the globe.
Yeah.
And coming together in North America. Like you could have just stuck to American artists, Canadian artists. No, you're literally pulling from every corner for every platform, for every style of music, every genre of music. I really think they did a beautiful job.
I think so too. So I did look up the lyrics.
Okay.
Which was really hard because apparently Gaelic doesn't translate very easily or something.
does
I don't know.
not.
I was having a really hard time with it. So what I found was somebody had posted like what the song means.
Okay.
So what I found was it says this Gaelic song recounts an immigrant's lament in simple but poignant poetry on the numbing experience of Gaels compelled to leave Scotland and settle in the New World.
Wow.
I have chills.
Wow.
Look at my arm, bro. So the production, and then you've got the bagpipes, and her voice is like almost hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And then knowing that like this is a lament on people leaving their home to literally go somewhere they've never been before to try to start a new life, you know?
Yeah.
Look at what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the song really touched me deeply.
Same. So next on the list, we have Stumbling Block by Love Child.
Love Child was a New York City-based alternative rock band whose music combined elements of punk rock and no wave. According to Trouser Press's David Sprague, Love Child was, quote, one of Gotham's most mercurial bands, able to leap from twee pop tunes to galvanizing skronkadelic constructs in a single bound. Love Child was formed in 1987 by Will Baum, the band's drummer, guitarist, and vocalist, and Rebecca Odes, the band's bassist and vocalist. Alan Licht later joined the band as another guitarist, drummer, and vocalist.
Nice.
These guys were kind of hard to find information on as well.
Okay.
And there's like kind of some weird discrepancies because they're on the Lilith Fair list for this year. I mean, we triple checked that. They're on there. But then when I Googled Love Child, there's like a fuck ton of bands called Love Child.
Oh, no.
So I kind of had to do my best to root out, well, okay, this one doesn't have any women. This one's not women fronted. Like, it's got to be this one. And I like narrowed it down to this particular band, Love Child.
Okay.
So I hope it's right. But
Let us know if it's not.
Yeah, there was like zero information on it. So
was this a Village band? Do you remember?
I think so, yes.
That would make sense. I know where we struggled with artists the most was in the Village sets.
Right. The ones that performed on the Village stage. Because at Lilith Fair, they had the main stage, the second stage, and the Village stage. Right. So this song reminded me of like driving through the city at night kind of vibes.
Ooh, this gave me like jamming at the club vibes.
Ooh, well, maybe we're driving through the city at night
from the club or to the club. Either way. Probably. I do love that for us.
I feel like it was kind of also like maybe the hardest rockin' song on this playlist.
I would agree with that.
There was definitely like hard rock energy to this song.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
It is a good one.
And hopefully we're right on this artist because
fingers crossed. If not, sorry to the other Love Child. Yeah. So, moving right along, next we have Redemption Dream by Michelle Malone. Michelle Malone is a lifer. She's been a mainstay of American music for more than 30 years, building her community on stage and off. Her musical roots run deep and wide like the mighty Mississippi River.
Amen, girl.
Twisting and turning through the roadhouse rock and roll blues, folk, and country soul territories. It's a sound that's taken the award-winning songwriter around the world.
Wow. But
it's inspired by Malone's home in the South, too. Over the course of Malone's career, she's shared stages with artists from Greg Allman to Sugarland's Christian Bush and Jennifer Nettles, John Mayer to Mississippi All-Star Luther Dickinson.
Hell yeah.
Indigo Girls
Period.
To Brandy Carlisle.
Period.
She's released 17 records. Holy shit.
No, this gal's been busy.
And continues to gain respect from her peers. Michelle Malone's latest album, Southern Comfort, released October 4th, 2024, is a guitar-driven Americana singer-songwriter record. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Man, she has been kicking ass and taking names for a while.
Man, 17 records?
That's
Holy
insane.
smoke.
She gives me that, like, I don't particularly love comparing artists to other artists, but like in this instant, she was giving me very much like Bonnie Raitt, bluesy meets funky vibes.
Yeah, I was trying not to compare her to another artist, but like in my notes, it was giving like black leather jacket, hard rock, jazzy, badass kind of vibe.
Can ride a motorcycle and a horse energy.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's got a serious voice.
Oh my
That
God.
voice don't play around.
Oh, no.
She came, and the drummer showed up on this track, too. I was like, damn, okay.
Yes.
They were playing.
Loved it.
All right, let's move right along. The next song is called Little Suicides by Lori Carson. Lori E. Carson is an American singer-songwriter whose albums include Shelter, Where It Goes, Everything I Touch Runs Wild, and Another Year. Although Lori Carson's name may not automatically come to mind when discussing the best singer-songwriters of the late 90s, it doesn't mean that she isn't deserving of such accolades. Although she has received much critical acclaim and acquired many fans along the way, her talents have unfortunately gone unrecognized. I didn't love that description of her that I found.
I don't love it either.
She was one I really couldn't find too much on.
That's a bummer.
I thought that was a bummer too.
This is a really pretty song.
I know. This is the one that's been stuck in my head all this week.
Ooh. This is a song I feel like I had a hard time listening to. In the same way No Addict is difficult for you. This one was difficult for me to listen to. And I don't know that I could necessarily pinpoint where or how. It's just like the energy in this song. The harmonies are beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful
Please
song.
don't get me wrong. But it's got like a really haunting undertone.
Yeah. It feels so personal.
It does feel personal. And that's probably why it makes me uncomfortable inside.
Yeah, you could feel her through the speakers.
Yeah.
You could feel her coming through the song.
Yeah.
Which is a hard thing to do. And not everybody can do that.
No. So kudos, Lori.
Yeah, Lori. And you know what? Those fuckers may have not recognized you, but we do. And we love you, girl.
Loved it.
Yeah, let's get Lori frickin' Carson on the show.
That would be awesome.
I know. So, moving on?
Moving on.
All right.
So next up, we've got Bitch by Meredith Brooks. Meredith Brooks is one of the legions of female singer-songwriters that emerged in the wake of the alternative rockers like Liz Fair and PJ Harvey. Brooks' lead single, Bitch, became a hit in the spring of 1997.
It really did become a hit.
Ascending her debut album, Blurring the Edges, into the charts as well, and garnered her 2 Grammy nominations.
You could not go anywhere
without hearing this song. Also, I mean, I know it's 2025 and the song came out in 1997, but did we ever stop jamming to this song?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I still feel like the song is like
very
in the
relevant. Absolutely.
I feel like for a minute there, people were like comparing her to like Alanis Morissette even.
Yeah.
Who was huge at that time.
Huge.
So yeah, Bitch by Meredith Brooks. Love it. Love it. Do you remember my very perverted cover song that I wrote to this years ago? I'll sing it for you later.
Okay. I can't wait because I'm sure I do, but it's not coming to me right now.
Oh man, I am
sorry,
known
guys.
to make.
Maybe we'll find that in the Patreon.
Oh no, I don't want to get sued by Meredith Brooks. Wait, isn't there like a parody law? That's how like Weird Al can do songs and stuff.
We'll get back to you guys on that.
All right, well, let's move right along. Next up, we have the song called Shoes by Victoria Williams. Despite a successful career as an idiosyncratic country folk performer, Victoria Williams was perhaps best known as a songwriter, thanks, ironically enough, to a tribute album recorded in her honor.
What?
Born in Louisiana in 1959, Williams taught herself to play the guitar while still in her teens and soon began composing songs. In college, she joined her first band, the GW Corners. After spending some time on the road, she ended up in California in 1979, where she was a regular at Los Angeles' famed troubadour club's Hoot Nights.
Hoot Nights?
Hoot Nights! It sounds like a hootenanny.
Hootenanny? But I feel like this artist would be at a hootenanny.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She'd be the headline.
The headline of the Hootenanny.
Headline of the Hootenanny. Williams made her solo recording debut in 1987 with Happy Come Home, a collection showcasing her vivid songcraft as well as her off-kilter, squeaky vocal style. In 1992, while opening for Neil Young, Williams began experiencing a numb feeling in her hands that made it increasingly difficult to play her guitar. Upon visiting a doctor, she was diagnosed with the degenerative neurological disorder multiple fucking sclerosis, dude.
Oh, no. Oh, I am heartbroken.
I know. The medical bills quickly piled up, and like many musicians, she was not covered by health insurance.
Oh.
In response, her manager began assembling friends and fans to record Williams's songs for a benefit album. The result, 1993's Sweet Relief, a benefit for Victoria Williams, featured the likes of Pearl Jam, Lou Reed, Matthew Sweet, who you also know he has a song on the Craft soundtrack. The Jayhawks, and Soul Asylum.
Wow.
Whose rendition of Summer of Drugs was the record's first single. She went on to continue recording and performing through the 90s.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about
wow.
getting dealt a shit hand.
Fuck.
I mean, you're in LA, you're starting to kick off your solo career, you're on fucking tour with Neil Young.
Literally.
That's huge.
And then your hands start to... No way, man.
God.
Wow. What an obstacle.
I didn't understand her voice back in the day. So,
she's got a very interesting voice.
Right. She was on, do you remember her from the Lilith Fair Live?
Yes.
Okay. So like back as kids, I didn't really get it. But it took me having this like deep dive into her music, trying to find, you know, which song I wanted to put on the playlist, that like I finally like I got it.
Yeah.
It clicked. And I was like, oh, okay, like I get it now.
Yeah.
It's like art.
It is.
It's like some art you look at and you're not sure about, and you go away for a while and then you come back and you look at it again and you're like, oh my God, I get it. So that's very much how I felt about Victoria Williams. And then hearing her story, like,
oh yeah,
Jesus.
Gosh.
The instrumentation and the production in this song are fucking wild and amazing. I'm like, at one point, I'm like, is that a bass clarinet?
Yeah, like what are all the things that are happening here?
She had like a little mini freaking symphony with her on that track at least. It was sick.
This song also like makes me giggle. Like it just makes me giggle to listen to. Like all the components coming together just in a fun way.
Yeah.
And it also made me think of, maybe you'll remember this millennial YouTuber, not. Maybe some of our listeners will. But it gave me the shiz. Shiz. Do you remember the Sullivan skit? Probably not.
No.
I'll pull it up for you so that I can show you. But like people listening, shiz.
Yeah, what an amazing woman.
Incredible.
What a way to overcome such a terrible obstacle.
Terrible obstacle, man.
Good for her. I hope she's doing well.
Me too. Gosh.
Again, let's try to get her on this thing.
Oh, yeah, Victoria. Next up on the list, we have Who Will Save Your Soul by Jewel. Jewel is an American singer-songwriter. She has been nominated for 4 Grammy Awards and has sold over 30 million albums worldwide as of 2024.
Damn.
I know. Jewel was raised near Homer, Alaska, where she grew up singing and yodeling as a musical duo with her father, Ats Kilcher, a local musician. At age 15, she received a partial scholarship to the Interlochen Arts Academy in Michigan.
Which is such a cool place.
That is awesome. I did not know that. Where she studied operatic voice. After graduating, she began writing and performing at clubs and coffee houses in San Diego, California. Based on local media attention, she was signed to Atlantic Records in 1993, which released her debut album, Pieces of You, 2 years later. Oh my God, I love that album.
I know.
She's released a ton of music and has written multiple books, including her book of poetry called A Night Without Armor.
I have that book somewhere.
I thought you did.
I do.
I
yeah,
do.
It's
Yeah, I
around
remember
here
that.
somewhere.
This song and this album had so much influence on me growing up.
I believe that.
The amount of times that I can recall like angry crying in my room to specifically this song just because, you know, teenage angst and all those things. Astounding.
This was another one of those that you could not go anywhere without hearing. This song
Literally
played
anywhere.
on all the radio stations. Everybody liked. And again, I'm going to compare her in a way to Tracy Chapman.
Okay.
Because like how we discussed Tracy Chapman in episode 1 is that like she was one of those artists that everybody loved. It didn't matter what man or woman, what music type you listen to normally. Like everybody loves Tracy Chapman.
Yep.
Everybody loved this record by Jewel.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You would go over to like a boy's house or something and he would
Pieces of You.
Pieces of You
Yep.
by Jewel. And you'd be like, oh my God, you have the Jewel album? It's so good. I think
That's so cool.
she really tapped into something special
really
with
did.
that record.
She really did.
I think, you know, what kind of did her in a little bit was like the record labels trying to push her to become more pop,
right.
where that wasn't her sound. Her sound was folk.
Yep.
That was what people wanted to hear, Jewel and her guitar.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, I loved that one. Follow your heart, your intuition.
oh yeah, that like was it like a 2000 song
Yes,
that they
very
tried to
poppy.
before she went back country.
Oh yeah, because she's doing like country.
She's doing more
stuff now.
country stuff now.
Okay, but yeah, that like I liked that era of her, but I could see why a lot of the people who originally liked Pieces of You kind of backed away from it because
Right.
she wasn't doing the same music anymore. She was doing this
Right.
like very pop heavy
Right.
sound.
Right.
But that album, Pieces of You, still all these years later,
Plays.
it's still a good fucking record.
such a good record.
It's like a no skip record for me.
Mhm. Same.
Damn.
Good job, Jewel.
Good job, Jewel.
Moving on.
Next up, we have the song All Right by Kinnie Starr. A Canadian singer-songwriter and actress known for incorporating spoken poetry and elements of hip-hop and electronica into her spontaneous indie rock. Kinnie Starr made her official solo debut with Tidy in 1996. She made her first feature film appearance in 2001, Down and Out with the Dolls. Movie list. A Juno Award nomination for Best New Artist followed her third LP, 2003's Sun Again. Starr continued to take acting roles in independent films into the 2010s, a decade that included the release of 2018's Feed the Fire, her 8th studio album.
Wow.
I'd never heard of her before.
I hadn't either. This was a new song for me. I liked it.
I did too.
It gave me like smooth jam, chill vibe.
I wrote, love the tone of this track. It's so chill and laid back and feels very relaxed.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorites from this playlist.
Ooh. Okay. I thought it was a great way to end out the playlist.
Thank you.
Well done, my friend.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Also, gotta shout out to frickin' Sarah McLachlan, who platformed so many Canadian artists.
So many Canadian artists.
There's
Good
like,
job,
I
dude.
know, because she really could have just like used like, you know,
All
like,
America.
like U.S.
Yeah.
artists or whatever. But yeah, there's a fuck ton of Canadians
A
throughout this, so
lot.
that's awesome.
I am pleased.
So that is the last song on this week's playlist.
It is.
We would like to take a moment to remind you or to let you know or whatever. Every episode, at the end of every episode, we're spotlighting a charity. So if you have the means to, please take a moment to make a donation to these charities. They're all really good causes that we felt strongly about. And we ourselves are going to make donations to these places and kind of put our money where our mouths are.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, at the end of each episode, take a listen to the charity we're spotlighting. And if it's something that rings true to your heart, then make a donation if you can.
Appreciate it.
And we will be back in 2 weeks for our next episode where we will
be talking about 1998.
Yay!
Woo!
So yeah, this is our last 97 episode.
Before we end out our last episode in 1997, we do want to acknowledge that there was a small handful of artists that we were not able to find music for. As we were discussing earlier in the episode, we were talking about the village stage versus the main stage versus the second stage. And there was about 5 artists in the village stage that we were not able to find any music for.
Right.
So we just want to highlight their names, give them a shout out as we are talking about all of the artists.
Yeah,
of Lilith
our
Fair.
goal is to uplift the female musicians and female fronted bands that performed. So yeah, let's highlight them.
Absolutely. So first up, we have Elise Knoll. Next, we have Catherine Kidd. Next up, we have Camille. After that, we have Jenna and Some Girl.
Oh, love that band name.
Lastly, we have Marley and Lizanne.
So yeah, if any of you guys have any information on like possible music of theirs that we could hear,
please let us know.
Yeah, we could maybe do like a whole separate playlist of like artists who we couldn't find the first
that would
go
be
round
awesome.
Or something could be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, we just wanted to give them a shout out. We couldn't find their music this time, but they still deserve a little bit of uplifting and a little bit of praise.
Absolutely. They were a part of Lilith Fair too.
Exactly. Oh, and a huge freaking thank you to Owen for sharing your memory with us. It was like so cool to get a perspective from somebody that like worked the show. So yes, Owen, thank you so much. Thank you for coming along on the ride with us.
Yeah, thanks for listening and being a part.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Sounds great. Bye.
Bye. For today's charity spotlight, we'd like to introduce the Welcome Home organization, building resilience, cultivating hope. At the Welcome Home organization, they believe that every person deserves access to opportunity, dignity, and a future they can shape. Based in Jackson and Albion, Michigan, the Welcome Home organization is a grassroots nonprofit committed to uplifting underserved communities through bold, hands-on initiatives in youth empowerment, urban agriculture, and transitional support. They don't just serve, they partner. With local families, veterans, and youth at the center of their mission, they create pathways to food security, green job training, educational access, and community wellness. Their programs, from partnering with a 24-hour childcare and hosting youth camps to sustainable farming and life skills workshops, are designed to meet people where they are and help them grow. You can find them at www.whovision.org. And for more information and links to donate, please check out our show notes.